Howdy y'all, it's Chris with Show Fitness, your favorite cherry in the belt buckle. Today I'm going to go over 4 pages that you need to memorize for the NASM-CPT, 6th edition. Before we get into that, make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. And if you want to become a successful personal trainer, our next class here in San Diego is going to be early December, in Los Angeles going to be early 2020. Internships over certifications, but if you need this piece of paper, let us help you. So, first, you're going to go to page, I think I got this one right, yep. Page 117, chapter 6. Memorize this page. There's a little more to it than just this page. Physiological measurements, body comp, cardiorespiratory, static posture, movement and assessment, and performance assessments. NASM is going to ask you a ton of questions from chapter 6, 7, and 14. So you got to know PAR-Q, subjective, objective information. What about the caliper test? You got to know it's the bicep, tricep, the suprailiac, and the subscapularis. What is good blood pressure? What is hypertension? What are the 2 cardiorespiratory assessments that NASM does? They're going to do the Rockport test and the YMCA. Know the specifics behind those. Static posture, that's a ton of stuff. So know the movement assessments next. So the static is going to be upper cross, lower cross, pronation, distortion. Your movement ones, there's 4. Your push and your pull, and then your overhead squat and your single leg. So when your client has dynamic knee valgus, what muscles are overactive, which ones are underactive? We have a lot of other videos that will help you with this, but our study guide will really tell you what to focus on and exact questions that you'll see on the CPT. We've helped thousands of people pass the CPT. This will give you definitely give you an advantage. Performance assessment, there's 5. So you got the shark skill, which is lower body agility. Upper body agility is your Davies test. Your upper body strength, bench press, lower body strength is going to be your squat and push-ups. Know those. Next one is going to be chapter 7, 196. I've done a post on table 7.6. Just got to memorize that. The third one is going to be kind of similar to the first one. There's a few different things in chapter 14 you need to memorize. Memorize all of the resistance portion. So for phase 1 of the OPT model, which is stabilization endurance, you need to know the rep range, 12 to 20, sets, 1 to 3, tempo, 4, 2, 1, percentage, 50 to 70%, how long you're resting, 0 to 90 seconds. What are you doing in stabilization? You're going to be foam rolling for 20 to 30 seconds, static stretching for 20 to 30 seconds. You need to know those acute variables. And then know strength endurance. They're just going to ask you about supersets. What's an example of a superset? Bench press into a push-up. And then phase 3 OPT model is going to be your hypertrophy, which sucks, but who am I to judge, right? The OPT model, hypertrophy, know 6 to 12 reps, 75 to 85%. Know all those acute variables for resistance. Strength, probably one of the better ones, 1 to 5 reps, 85 to 100%, 3 to 5 minutes rest. And then last but not least, which I probably think is their best one, which post-activation potentation, which is phase 5. It's when you do a strength into a power or power into strength. They're specifically going to do strength into power, but you can flip-flop it. You need to do a bench press 85 to 100%, so 5 reps, followed by 1 or 2 minutes, and then you go into a jump. Technically, it should just be bench press 1 to 5 reps into a jump without any rest. You would then rest after the jump for 3 to 5 minutes. Know those acute variables. So which phases of the OPT model are going to have supersets? Power as well as phase 2. You got to know all the acute variables when it comes to chapter 14. And last but not least, my favorite, which is ironic, NASM says on page 551, currently there are no government regulations that require personal trainers to earn a certification or college degree. That's why we stress an internship over a certification. NASM is very smart. They want you to pass this, so then you go get the PES, the FNS, the WLS, and the 13 certifications that they have. You probably got duped into getting 3 or 4 of them. Don't feel bad. You can't get a refund. It is what it is. The industry is very highly unregulated, and that's why we're here, to help you. So this piece of paper is going to make you a great trainer. If you want to become a great trainer, you need to go through an internship. About 30% of our students already have the NASM-CPT, and they have no idea what the hell they're doing. And it's not a knock. We're here to help. We want to educate. We want to get people through learn by doing. So you learn anatomy. So get this book. This is far better than any type of certification NASM is going to have. Learn the Illustrated of Musculoskeletal Anatomy, 5th edition by C. Adams, and really understand the 17 muscles of the shoulder, your core anatomy, your hip musculature, and what those muscles are doing, but more importantly, how do you implement it in the gym? So you're not going to learn how to train people in things. They're just going to make you pass their test. You put the NASM hat on. We can get anyone to pass it. This and the practical experience that you'll learn through an internship. For example, there's one of our students yesterday. He was working with one of our clients and she's doing push-ups and he's helping her with joint centration. He's learning the service side, putting a mat down, putting a foam behind her back when she does squats because it's uncomfortable. That's the stuff that's going to make you successful long term. If you're sitting there with a clipboard and you're having your client do 4-2-1, stabilization, stability ball, bullshit, they're not going to keep on training with you because they're not going to get results. So an internship is going to help you get results long term, but if you need to pass the NASM-CPT, our study guide is the best thing that you can get. It's going to help navigate through all the bullshit. What do you need to study? What vocab words? And then spend 1 or 2 hours a day. Within 1 or 2 weeks, you'll be good to go. Chris will Show Up Fitness. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Check out Belt Buckle Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Have a great day.